looking at the trouble that he had with Clenbuterol and how much should that play a role in his legacy, I think is a very interesting question. He really got just a little tap on the fist when he got busted for Clenbuterol. It was minor trouble. It was excused for the famous tainted meat defense. The question is, does he or should he get a pass for that? And I'm not sure that he should get a pass for that. I have a real problem with the fact that he wasn't held accountable for testing. I mean, come on, tainted meat is still the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Do I think he's using now? No. Do I think he was using then against Triple G in the first fight? Oh my God, yes, because the drug test happened right after the fight, in between the two fights. He got caught, then he says, oh no, it was tainted meat. Dude, your trainer, Chepo Reynoso, used to be a butcher. When you have a butcher as a trainer, you should be getting the best meat ever. You shouldn't be getting Clenbuterol meat. You should be getting meat imported from Tokyo, the ones that have been massaged and had the spa treatment and all that type of stuff. Not Clenbuterol meat. Are you kidding me? So yeah, the dude tested dirty, and I wish that there would have been more there. And when you say there should be an asterisk on his name, I think it should be a big asterisk, a bigger asterisk than Mayweather, that's for sure. And I have a real problem that he wasn't held accountable for that. Almost as bad an excuse for getting in trouble as Deontay Wilder's excuse for losing the fight. Oh. Anyway, back to you.
Look, I definitely understand where you're coming from there when you're talking about, the Clenbuterol. Mm-hmm. But Canelo Alvarez deserved a pass. It was due to tainted meat. Okay, look. Let me tell you something. This is what happens. No, just hold on 1 second. This is what happens. What happens is this: when someone fails a drug test, all of a sudden they're Big Baby Miller. When you don't know the details, the details is this: in Mexico, they have a notorious Clenbuterol tainted meat issue. You just have to look into it. Look, you have their national soccer team. The entire team failed due to Clenbuterol tainted meat. You had Eric Morales. He's failed due to Clenbuterol. You have Francisco Vargas. He also failed due to. Let me tell you something. In Mexico, they have a Clenbuterol issue. Now, when you look at Canelo Alvarez and what actually happened there, yes, he did fail the drug test, the first drug test. He failed the urine test. That's right. And a week or so later, maybe 10 days, a week or two later, he said, look, give me a second test to let you know that I did not do anything. I didn't take any performance-enhancing Clenbuterol here. They took a hair follicle. When they took a hair follicle, which is a more potent test, there was no traces of Clenbuterol. How is that? Because the amount of Clenbuterol that he had actually passed through the urine. And what they said, what the Nevada Commission actually said about that was he did not ingest enough Clenbuterol that would have affected his performance, that would have enhanced his performance. It was consistent with that of someone who ingested tainted meat. Okay, so he did not take in enough. If he did take in enough Clenbuterol, it would have been in his hair follicle, which you can have enough. If you take enough Clenbuterol, it would test in your hair follicle several months after. So he didn't take enough Clenbuterol, which is why the WBC did the right thing as far as the testing, raising the threshold past the limit of someone who takes in Clenbuterol through contaminated meat. Now, let me tell you this, as far as the type of meat he should be ingesting and should be eating and stuff like that. He ate that meat back home. And let me tell you something. If mama's cooking, if my mama's cooking, her baby's eating. So I do think that he ate back home. He ate the meat back home. He took in some tainted meat, and it wasn't enough to enhance his performance. WBC responded correctly by raising the threshold and allowing for more Clenbuterol to be ingested by an athlete before you say, well, he failed.